Ciso. Oh, it's fabulous! A strike to get you up off your seats.
Hello and welcome to Seagulls Social AS Roma preview.
The what preview?
AS Roma. Do you know how mad that is to say
Good
that?
God. Good fucking God.
Boys, we're playing AS Roma in Europa League.
Can't even believe it.
Ryan,
It's mad.
how are
It's
they?
mad. I'm annoyed, mate, actually. Because flights aren't very easy to come by.
Yes.
I've got till tomorrow. And I've looked every single day of this week. If I could tell you how painful it's been, I wish I could tell you. But yes, whenever I found a decent flight, it's too expensive. And then whenever I found a flight that isn't too expensive, it's at a stupid time that I can't actually get there for. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what I'm on.
you never
Have
know.
you looked at alternative routes? I know that sounds stupid, but
I have, mate. I've looked at nearly every single route that I could imagine, every
Naples,
airport.
Milan,
I know. Shout out Brett
Florence.
Mendoza. I think he told me he's going to Birmingham. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
He's going to Birmingham. Fucking hell.
sorry to hear that, Brett.
Yeah, condolences, Brett.
Yeah. Condolences to go to Birmingham.
Sorry, Brett, for outing you in front of everyone that you're off to Birmingham. But no, we will see. We'll see. But regardless of that, mate, surreal. Surreal. And Roma in the Europa League knockouts.
Yeah, let's just talk quickly between us, amongst us. How special is it to be in Stadio Olimpico to play Roma? I know we do this every time because it's like every time we get further, we just sort of pinch me moment. But just what does it mean? Just what does it mean to you, Ben, going to the Stadio Olimpico in the away end?
It is mad. I'm more thinking of I'm going to be standing outside the Coliseum tomorrow with Jack Albion. I think that's the maddest thing to this whole experience.
Condolences.
What, with Jack Albion or in Rome? Both, yeah. What shit tried to get. It is mental. Like I can't look forward to it until work's over. I think once I'm staying in a hotel tonight in Stansted because it's cheaper than getting an Uber all the way to Stansted. It was just mental in itself, isn't it? Just shows the world we live in. Fuck you, Boris. But yeah, I don't know. He fucked it, didn't he?
Sunak. Surely Sunak's getting it.
Sunak's the goat, mate. Lol joke. They're all shit. Anyway, back to the football. Once I'm like there, I'll be fine. I really hope to see some Brighton fans on the Stansted flight at 6 a.m. on Wednesday. That would be good. Public shout. If you are there, buy me a drink. A Moretti would be good because I won't be working. So get me on the sauce ASAP. And yeah, I can't wait for it. It's going to be insane. Aperol Spritz, pizza, the Coliseum, Jack Albion, Sun, Sea, Sex and Suspicious Parents.
Love it. Well, try and top that one, Ryan.
Oh, and Fatboy Slim.
Oh, and Fatboy Slim, yeah. That is true.
I might be able to watch on TAT Sports if I'm lucky. No, I think I'd like to hope I get
go to the beanbag, Ryan.
Really.
Go to the beanbag, mate, at the Annex. 17 quid.
Yeah,
Absolute bargain. Absolute bargain.
Only 17 quid. Don't know if that one does it for me. But yes, I think I will definitely be watching the game, of course. But let's talk about the actual moment. Like it's insane, isn't it? Like when you think about it, the way we've got here, we've topped the group. We've beaten Marseille in the last 10 minutes of the game in dramatic fashion. It's a great goal. I know João Pedro isn't fit, and that's going to be something that we're going to get onto, of course. But just the fact that we're here, I maybe think it could be that step too far with the squad we've got at the minute? Possibly. This might be that's just me like playing the realistic card
after Fulham. Thinking that's the only thing I can think. Right,
knocked out here.
After that, it's like I know we played a B team. We played 6 centre backs. We rested a lot of players. Dunk played 60 minutes, and Ciso came off in 45 minutes. I feel like we should have just forfeited that match and not turned up for 3-0, and then just gone right. Focus immediately on Thursday. I might as well have done that.
Ryan, our post-match review of Fulham could have been way quicker. We had Ben on. He would have just been like, lads, let's just cancel the game and just give over. Really,
yeah. We've missed other podcasts, and I can't believe we actually talked about that Fulham one. That's insane.
To be fair, it was a great comprehensive breakdown from Ryan and I. To be fair, but Ryan, just quickly on that, you did mention play like our form. Obviously, us winning the group in the Europa League. Roma actually finished second. All right, behind, if my sources are correct, Slavia Prague, I want to say. I could be wrong. But it was someone. Anyway, they came second. They had to go through a playoff against Feyenoord to get here. That goes out the window, doesn't it, Ryan? Do you think, it doesn't matter where they finish, they're still going to be, they're going into this game quite well on form as well. I think their only loss in their last 6 games is against Inter Milan, 4-2, who are on flames themselves. So does form go out the window, Ryan? And it's just that one tie. And you mentioned De Zerbi's tournament tactics as well. Do you think that's going to come into play?
Yeah, I think the experience that they've got, in Europa League and Champions League, it wasn't too long ago they're in the Champions League semi-finals, was it? So they understand these competitions. They've got great sort of selection of top talent as well. Obviously, Paulo Dybala playing against Brighton is still kind of mad to me. I remember when it was sort of like 2016, 17, 18, and he was a real one to watch, wasn't he, for being the next sort of Griezmann and that sort of crew. But again, mad really. But if you take experience out of it, obviously you look at it then the alternative way of we're completely inexperienced. We don't know what to expect. We're sort of like the new kid on the block. But sometimes that can work in your favour, that naivety. You can excuse a little bit more, but also you can say it's a bit of a free punt for us, isn't it? Just go out there and make sure you don't lose and get destroyed. Come back and we got something to fall back on, and anything more than a 1-0 loss, and it's that's when you're a bit worried. But if you can come out 1-0 loss and above, then that's great.
And then you mentioned as well the pedigree and previous. Roma got to the final last year, which I think is something people forget. Obviously, Mourinho did end up losing that final, but they got to the final nevertheless, and they are definitely one of the favourites this
won the
time
Conference
round.
League the previous year.
Yeah, won the Conference League previous year. So when you talk about pedigree, Ben, we don't have it matched up to Roma.
No, they live and breathe it.
Do you think that history is going to come into play? That experience, that European history is going to come into play?
It should do. I mean, I know that maybe not a lot of the Roma players are used to maybe European nights, but the fans will be, and the fans will have lots and lots of experience in terms of European matches. Since I've been born, all I've known is Roma being in Europe. I know they've kind of fallen off a bit recently, but when you think of Italian teams in Europe, you do think of Roma as with Juventus and the Milan teams and that sort of thing. So. Yeah, they'll be bang up for it. If you can, I think people always talk about Liverpool, they might not have had the same team in that Carabao Cup final, but because of their history in finals and how good they are, it kind of carries them through. Somehow history carries teams through like that. And I just really hope that's not the case for Roma. It's going to be so tough. And I'm now just envisaging Jason Steele between the sticks, and I can't have that. I can't. Surely De Zerbi does not start Jason Steele. He's conceded, what was the game? He's obviously 3 against Fulham. What was the previous game again? I've done the thumbs up again.
Wolves 1-0.
Oh, Wolves 1-0, yeah, which was a mistake. His confidence must be in the mud. Every time we conceded when it was on our end, you could see he was just head to the ground. Didn't want to look at the away end because he probably knew that he was going to get pelters from him. I really can't understand if he does start. I really, really can't. I know we've gone off track here, but I'm just...
I was going to say...
help but envisage that.
No, I was going to say, we're going to definitely get on to who we want to see play. Just before we do that, though, I just wanted to ask you, Ryan, we've mentioned it now just loosely, the atmosphere, because obviously we've gone to Athens away, we've gone to Ajax away, and we've gone to Marseille away, got a draw at Marseille, obviously beat Ajax in their own patch, and Athens we beat as well, yeah. So on the road, Ryan, we're looking pretty good, especially when we talk about atmosphere, we talk about going into cauldrons, especially with these big European away sides.
Which you wouldn't have expected.
Well, yeah,
going into it.
Yeah. And so, do you think we need to quiet the crowd? Do you think we need to maybe keep it tight? Basically, what would be your approach if you were De Zerbi going into that game with the atmosphere thing and being a thing? What would be your approach? Would you want to try and just keep it tight and quieten out the crowd, or how would you play it?
It's that first, sounds cliche, but it's that first 15, 20 minutes, just don't get rattled. You don't want to go out there and be hit straight away, because that's when you've got... I know we had it at Marseille, exactly the same. And, to our credit, massive credit, we came back and actually fought against the odds. But Marseille were a team that conceded a lot of goals. But that being said, Roma is a different kettle of fish, and you're in the latter rounds, you're in the knockouts. Just don't concede straight away. Don't capitulate. Don't do anything stupid. Just go out there and play like how we know we can play. Just do that. Do what Brighton do. Do what De Zerbi does. Don't go out there and do something stupid. Don't take an unnecessary risk. I know we're a risky team, but these sort of games you want to just get through that sort of period, because there are going to be waves tomorrow. Sorry, the day after, of where it is, a bit ropey. We're going to be against it. There's going to be a loud crowd. There's going to be that moment where you're worried, and we just need to get through them moments and understand that they're going to happen. As fans as well, that's going to happen on Thursday night. That we need to expect it almost as well. But yeah, just please don't do anything stupid. And just if we can get a goal, great. But you don't want to sit back completely, because you want to keep it open and don't just invite pressure. But it's one where I'd happily see us go out there and almost do a bit of a Sean Dyche-esque sort of performance,
Which I wouldn't expect. I would.
I can't see it happening, but I would agree with that.
I would love us to literally go out and just proper go for it straight away. Just if we've got a good starting 11, then just go for it. And then that crowd could potentially turn on Roma.
Yeah, but then
it's a good starting 11 though, Ben.
Well, yeah, that. And also, if we go too much too quickly and they hit us 2-3, we could be 2-3 down from the first time, and going into the Amex, it's like we're screwed. We're going to have a monumental Liverpool
vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
We did. Against Fulham we got caught out like that, which is a good. Yeah, that's a good. But that was a horrendous team that we put out. So I feel like if our strongest team
We've
right
had
now
that a lot, Ben,
could do it
this year.
Oh no, yeah, that's true. I mean, sorry, just to be on a positive note, I know we're saying that Roma are in good form. I did speak to my mate who follows Serie A quite a bit, and he was saying, yes, De Rossi's form looks good under them, but they were, apart from Inter Milan, they played against really, really shite teams in Serie A. So he said they still aren't unbelievable, but their results do look good because they've been playing like Serie A fodder essentially. So yeah,
that is interesting. Also, I wanted to ask as well. Yeah, what do you think our starting lineup looks like then? And Ben, we'll start with you.
Trust.
Obviously, Gilmour comes back into the side. I'm 99% sure, and it looks like we're going to go for the more trusted members of the squad rather than some of the ones that played in Fulham. Because 7 changes from that side that played against Wolves to then Fulham, and I'm assuming another 7 going back to Roma. So, how do you see us lining up? And is there anyone you think is key to us getting a result out there?
Verbruggen starting for one. Not being a back 3.
What do you not like Steele? You should have said.
Did I not make that? No, I do love him. He's a great character to have in the squad. Like really good to have in the squad. But I just think, at this moment of time when you've got these big games and mistakes can be so costly, I think he's had too many in him now. It's time to just give Verbruggen. If Verbruggen makes a mistake, then fine. But all right, we've already done this one before.
But just really quickly, actually, on that. Verbruggen does make mistakes as well. He's not mistake. Of course. He's not immune from making mistakes. But I agree.
And then Verbruggen in goal, not a back 3 because that has really worked so well for us at the moment recently. So I'd have maybe Veltman solid at right back, Dunk, Van Heck. I mean, do you even have Estepinian? Because he's not been that great. So would you start Igor at left back potentially?
I feel like Estepinian will do well in Europe. I feel like he's in a European...
He's just been really off it. He's been so off, which is mental because I thought he was an absolute superstar, which he obviously still is. Everyone's going through a rough patch at the moment. But if Gilmour is back, and hopefully Maz's sources are correct, then that would be brilliant because we've missed him. Him and Gross, even though Gross got caught out in possession against Fulham. Him and Gross. Maybe a Dingra and Ciso has to start.
I've seen him putting in work this week.
Welbeck has to start.
Yeah, Welbeck has to start.
And even though he's been off it a little bit, I would start Fatty, I think.
He's been good in Europe, to be fair.
He has been good in Europe. So I think maybe he will be... Yeah, maybe he could do a job against Roma. I don't know. I just feel like he could.
Ryan, anything to add? Anything to change?
Yeah, I think I've pretty much got the same team. I mean, Verbruggen in goal for me again. Right to left, Veltman, Van Hekke, Dunk, Stupinian. Probably midfield, Belabor, Gilmour, Gross, probably.
Belabor was good against Fulham, actually, wasn't he?
And then a Dingra. Yeah, so I mean, if you go off Fulham, he's one of the shining lights, probably the best player on the pitch for us, along with JP. Welbeck and Ansu, I probably would say, because not to discredit Ansu, but we haven't really got too much other option up front.
Isn't that mental? We're saying this about Barcelona's number 10, previously held by Messi, Ronaldinho, and Ronaldo.
He's a great talent.
And we're like, He's not really cut it at Brighton Hove Albion Football Club, has he?
Well, he hasn't, to be fair.
No, I know, but that's just
he
mental in
hasn't.
itself that we're saying that. And fucking Barcelona's
Yeah.
number 10. You thought he would be our superstar.
Welbeck's our best striker, mate, and unfortunately Ansu Fati doesn't change that.
well to go.
But yeah, Simon Adingra on the left, I think makes sense. And then I don't know what else you've got really. In
Got
terms
nothing
of
left.
Level, you've got Igor, got
Oh, Valentin Barco,
because
maybe?
obviously João Pedro won't be back.
If he's,
Barco
I'm sure he's
can't
probably
play
registered.
'cause
Is he not
Oh,
registered?
Oh, yeah,
He's
he's not
registered.
registered. Yeah, he's
Is
not.
he not?
No, he's not.
No, I don't think. I don't. Well, mate, don't quote me, but from what I've looked at on the app, is what I can't see him on the squad list.
Interesting. I would have thought he
So
would have
unless
been
that's
registered.
changed,
We can.
Because there would have been a
Don't quote
registration.
me.
There would have
I'm
been
sure
a
we'll hear
registration
from
window.
De Zerbi tomorrow anyway, won't we? So
Yeah.
I don't know. But from
You get
what
to
I've seen, I can't
re-register
see that he's
in-
registered. And if that's
Sorry
the
to
case,
keep going. Yeah, sorry. You do get a chance if football managers like real life. You do get a chance to re-register every time you go through to a different stage. So
yeah, I know. But is it like that? I don't know. And when did we
think
sign
it is.
Valentine?
in Jan,
I can't even
I reckon
remember
we've
signing
got him in there. I would be surprised if we didn't. Seeing how desperate we are for players, I can't imagine an admin error of not thinking let's get Barco in would have happened. To be honest,
I'm going to
Way
check
of
it now.
checking. Google.
I'm sort of just going on the website, on the Europa app, and then just seeing if he's on our squad list.
they probably never heard of Valentin Barco. To be fair, the Europa League app.
I can't find it. But anyway, we'll find it. We'll find it, and we'll think.
Let us
Right.
know in the comments below.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below if you know. But right, cool. Let's get into them predictions. I feel like we covered. Oh no! Finally, actually, before we move on, let's go with who are you most worried about with the Roma side? We and you weren't obviously on the last pod, but we said basically the ones we mentioned last time: Pellegrino, Dybala, Lukaku, and who's the other one?
Oh, what?
They all scored against Monza on the weekend.
I thought you were going to say they were all injured. I was like,
No,
get in.
they all scored. on the
Brilliant.
weekend
That's
against Monza.
great. Fantastic.
So yeah, who are you most worried about?
Dybala, Lukaku, Pellegrini, and the Iranian Messi.
Sardar Azmoun. What a guy.
Yeah.
Ryan, have you got anyone that you're actually genuinely worried about, or are you just going to make another joke like Ben?
It's not a joke. They're serious
they are.
ballers.
Pretty much the same as Ben, obviously. Same as Ben, really, isn't it? And I think just the name of Dybala and stuff like that just always worries you a little.
It was
bit
literally
on
every
these big
person we
stages.
mentioned.
Yeah.
Paredes. Yeah, they've got some big names, haven't they?
Okay, let's quickly
Yeah,
just
I just worry a bit.
Just
mate.
quickly,
That's
actually,
being old
rather than, like, focusing
fan in
on-
my head.
yeah. Rather than like, who are you worried about? But like, who do you think? What do you think is the biggest battle? Is it the midfield battle? Is it their attack versus our defense? Like, what do you think is the big battle on Thursday night? Anyone?
Fucking everything, mate.
I think it's what I said earlier. Is getting through that first 15 minutes and not doing something stupid. That's what the biggest battle is. I don't think the biggest battle is against the pedigree of Roma. I don't think it's against anything like that because we play against top teams every week. I think for me the biggest point is just getting through that mentality stage of the first 20 minutes and if we do concede, don't concede again. Don't go out there and
Our biggest opponent
be
is
hit
ourselves,
twice like we
basically.
have done this
That's what
season.
you're saying, Ryan. Forget Roma. Our biggest opponent
that's what I'm
is
saying
Brighton.
because it's true because we've been so guilty of it this year and not through any sort of singular credit, right? It's not just on De Zerbi, it's not just on the players. It comes a bit down to a bit of everything mixed with the injury issues, mixed with a bit of inexperience at this level, the amount of games we've been playing, all of these different things, the intensity of how we play, the amount of risks we take, as I said earlier. There's so many factors. But when you're playing in a big game where you can't afford to do that, it's not just, it's okay because we've got another game. You know what I mean? It's not like it's 3 points on the line. It's do or die. Two games and that's it. And you don't want to be embarrassed.
Yeah. Also as well, no, but what I wanted to say was that midfield trio though, Pellegrini, Cristante and Paredes, that for me scares me because of how physical they are. And I feel like Gilmour and Gross and Baleba aren't physically able to match them. However, not to say that, that's going to win them the game just because they're physically better. I'm not saying that, but that physicality that they're going to have in that midfield, I think we might struggle with. So I think it depends how we counteract that and how we go against that physicality of that midfield trio, because that is a decent midfield three.
Yeah, Brian, do you want my flight from Stansted to Roma tomorrow? Because I don't think I want to go anymore.
Discount 100 quid
yeah,
for
take
you.
it, mate, if you want. I'd have that. I'm not even joking. But no, yeah, we'll see, mate. We'll see. I think it's going to be one of them where we don't actually truly know what we feel until the moment happens, until that game kicks off. And I said the same against Fulham. You know, I said I didn't really feel it, and I didn't want to even think about predicting it until I saw us actually play. Because we don't know what Brighton's going to turn up, and more importantly, we actually don't even know who's fit yet. Because you know our luck, sometimes there's a random injury, sometimes randomly someone can be back fit sooner than expected, like Julio, really. So
I don't want to.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't want to make you worried, but when you might have seen it as well, Ryan. To be fair, because you were there. In Ciso, when he came out, didn't he? Probably came out at half time.
When he's going in for half time.
No, he came out at half time after like a massage or whatever, but he was like limping.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was after a cheeky rub down.
I've seen him
He's
training
hobbling a little
week.
bit. That's
Okay,
why
that's
actually
good.
one thing I did disagree with you, Ben, was as I wouldn't start in Seaside. I actually didn't think he should have started against Fulham.
He was
just
probably
purely on
our
fitness.
sharpest player though
He
against
looked like.
Fulham.
Do you think? I thought he was puffing after
Yeah.
about 25, if I'm being honest, and I wasn't too surprised to see him come off at half time. But that's just me. But I don't know. I did. Yeah, I was saying, I wouldn't have Enciso starting, but I don't know. You know, off the bench, don't get me wrong, he was brilliant against Wolves. There's no doubting Enciso's quality. It's just fitness thing for me.
Right.
Yes, let's wrap up. Listen, Ryan, hopefully you find some cheap flights to get out there.
Please do.
Ben, have a safe flight and have a safe journey
50
out
quid
there.
return,
Have
I'll
a
do.
great experience. Yeah, I will be watching it from home. I couldn't justify those prices, unfortunately. But
Home and Rome is basically the same thing.
yeah, home and Rome, same
one
thing,
letter.
innit? But no, I'm very jealous of everyone going out there. Obviously, everyone stay safe, enjoy yourselves. And of course, as per usual, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, all that good stuff. We really appreciate everyone watching and supporting. And finally, comments down below. Something about
Have you
Rome?
ever seen the Palace in the Rome?
Have you ever seen the Palace in the Rome? Lewis are actually, just quickly, Lewis are having a European tour before Palace are. So shout out to Lewis. Well done, lads.
Thumbs up in
they're
the
going
chat.
they're going to Italy.
Thumbs in the chat, guys.
So, they put that in. Lewis are going on a European tour before Palace.
Yeah.
Comments down below. Peace. See you
Love
later.
that. Right. Peace.